Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now, first of all, happy new year. I can't believe it's 2021. Let's hope that this year is better than 2020. I'm sure it was testing for a lot of us. But welcome to a new video, and today I am bringing you guys along for a dressage analysis. I've never done this before on my channel, and I don't think I've seen anyone else really do kind of anything like this, but I really hope you enjoy it. I think it'll be good for me as well to kind of look back on one of my tests that I did last year. So this is an eventing competition. So obviously the first phase that we do is dressage. So I'm going to analyze one of my tests that I did on Enzo last year. And I do have the judges' commentary as well, because we do get our score sheets at our events. So I'll go kind of through each movement, tell you guys what I got for that, and kind of see if there's anything I can improve on for next year. And I'll put my thoughts into it as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. It would really help me out and the channel out as well. But that's enough of me rambling. Let's see the dressage test. So first things first, guys, I've already gone up to see the judge. The judge has rung the bell. So I've got a little bit of time before I go into the arena, and that always means that I do a couple of circles to try and get Enzo to listen to me. This first movement is enter in working trot at A, and the judge is looking for straightness on the center line and the quality of the trot. The judge's remarks for this movement was that Enzo did have some tension towards C. However, he was fairly straight, so we got a 7 for this movement. I think that mark is pretty fair for Enzo and I. You can see when he came into the arena, he was really nice and supple, but definitely towards C was a bit looky and not quite listening to me. So I think, yeah, 7 is quite fair for that. On to the next movement is track left at C, and then do one loop. So the judge here is looking for bend and balance in turn, quality of trot, shape and size of loop, and changes of bend. The judge's remarks for Enzo and I in this movement was that we were accurate. I really found that he was doing the correct bends for me, and he just felt really nice. I always find that Enzo really likes doing these loops. I don't know why, but it's great. And I think the judge also agreed, because we scored 7 for this movement. Now between A and F, we do have to show our working canter left lead, and the judge is looking for a willing and calm transition, quality of trot and canter, and bend. Now Enzo is usually quite tense doing these upward canter transitions. His head usually comes up and it can be quite explosive, but here it actually didn't look that bad. I would have liked it to have been a little bit smoother, but the judge's remarks was that it was a smooth upward transition, and we got a 7, so I was very happy with that. The next movement is circle left 20 meters at B in canter. Judge is looking for quality and regularity of canter, bend, balance, and size and shape of circle. Now, I know that Enzo is still having to build quite a lot of muscle. This is his first competition season, so he's still needing to carry himself a little bit better, and sometimes he was quite prone to like curling under himself and getting a little bit overbent. And the judge did say that for us here. She gave us a 6.5 because he was a little bit overbent, and I definitely agree on that, and it is something that we're definitely working on. On to the next movement, and that is working trot between B and M, and the judge is looking for the transition, regularity, straightness, and balance and quality of trot. I find that Enzo has really improved, and his downward transitions, out of all of them, the canter to trot is definitely one of his strong points. He just really just kind of flows into that trot, and I'm just so proud of him for that. We've really worked hard in that downward transition, and the judge agreed here, and she said that it was a balanced downward, and we scored 7 for that. And as I'm watching this, I'm going to critique myself. My elbows are pointing out really wide. Looks like I've got chicken wings, so thank goodness the judge is not judging me on that, because I'd probably give myself a 2. Because that is just something I really need to work on. It's a habit of mine, and I'm really hoping to improve that in 2021. Next up, we have changed the rein in working trot. Judge is looking for quality of trot, straightness on diagonal, bend and balance. The judge did say that we were straight and forward across this, and I agree. Maybe I think I should keep that trot throughout the whole duration of my test. I think I might hold him too much. However, sometimes going across the diagonal in trot, I find that he gets a little bit strong, but here he just looks flowy and lovely and forward, and the judge gave us a 7 for this. Next, we have medium walk at A, and then between A and K, also medium walk. Judge is looking for willing, balanced transition, quality of walk. The judge said we had a smooth downward. He did, and I agree. I'm very proud of him for this, and we got a 7. Now we're up to the movement, which I get quite nervous about, and Enzo also does as well. It is the free walk on a long rein and then a medium walk at H and C. So the judge is looking for reach and ground cover of free walk, allowing the neck forward and downward, quality and regularity of medium walk, willing, balanced transitions as well. So this was one of our earlier tests, and Enzo would break in the walk all the time and almost trot on the spot. He would get very tense, very looky, bring his head up in the air, and it was something that we did probably 3 dressage tests in a row, and I was like, I've really got to work on this. I've got to get him relaxed. I've got to let him know that, walking isn't something to be nervous and tense about. His trot is great. The walk, was always something that I was having to work on. So again, this is an earlier test, and the judge did say that we were losing rhythm, and we did get a 5 for that, and I definitely agree for that. That's definitely something I would have given myself if I was judging myself. For the next movement, which is working trot at C and 1 loop, the judge is looking for a willing and calm transition, quality of trot and bend. The judge did say that we were accurate in this movement, and we scored a 7, which again, I was so happy with. Enzo loves these loops. I think it just keeps his mind quite busy. We're not just going straight across the diagonal. I've got to, change the bend, and it keeps him a bit more, occupied, and we usually score quite well in our loops like we did in the first one in this test. So I was very, very happy with our score of 7. The next movement is working canter right lead between A and K, and the judge is looking for the transition, regularity, bend and balance. Again, Enzo did a very nice upward transition here. As I said, he usually brings his head in the air and can be quite explosive, but the judge said that we had a smooth upward and scored a 7. Here we are circling right 20 meters at E. The judge is looking for quality and regularity of canter, bend, balance, and size and shape of circle. So as Enzo went throughout the season, his head carriage was definitely a bit better than this test. And it's something that we would definitely try and improve on for next year, because the judge's remarks was that he was overbent, which I can definitely agree with, and we scored 5, which was very fair. On to the next movement, which is working trot at C. The judge is looking at the transition, regularity, bend and balance and quality of trot. Gosh, I want to just tell myself to pull my shoulders back and sit tall. But here he was a little bit heavy in my hand. I actually remember he was leaning on me quite a bit, and the judge's remarks was that he was on the forehand and scored us 6, which was quite fair. So it wasn't as seamless as our first canter to trot transition, and a score of 6 I was still quite pleased with. On to the second last movement of our dressage test, which is a half 10-meter circle right onto the center line. The judge is looking for bend and balance on turns, quality of trot, shape and size of half circle, and we scored 7 for this. And I agree, he had like a lovely bend on this movement. He was supple, he was calm, so I was really pleased with the score of 7 here. And as always, the last movement is halt, immobility and salute. The judge was looking for straightness on center line and in halt, calm transition, straightness and immobility. We definitely overshot the center line here. As you can see, he took a couple of steps to the right, and it is a habit of his, and I always try and compensate for that, but it is something I'm going to have to work on for the 2021 season. And I thought our score here was quite fair, as we got 6. So overall for Enzo and I's dressage test here, we got 65.31%. or 34.7 penalties, and I think after this test we were sitting in the top 10, which was awesome. Alrighty guys, that is my first ever dressage analysis with the judges' comment done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really got a lot out of it. I find it so cool to look back on our dressage tests and seeing what we can improve next time, what we should do the same, but obviously there is so much to improve on. But I'm really proud of Enzo last year. From, when I first got him, there was a lot of issues I had to iron out with him, but we're definitely on the road, I guess, to success, if you like. But yeah, I'm so excited for this year. And if you guys did enjoy this video, I have got a lot of other dressage tests up my sleeve that I could do like a part 2 on. So please let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to do another analysis of one of my other tests that I did last year. But otherwise, I will see you guys on my next video very, very soon. Bye.